children. Now, today we will discuss about Myanmar, which is also popularly known as Burma. The British colonized Burma, Myanmar in 19th century and it was part of British India until 1937. Burma was ruled as a British colony from 1824 until 1948. Now we will discuss democracy in Myanmar. Myanmar gained independence after 5 months of India on 4th January 1948. An ethnic Burmese leader Aung San led the movement for independence. But before 6 months for independence, he was assassinated. After independence, Myanmar would emerge as a democratic nation. Many political leaders did agreement to guarantee the rights of their tribes. These agreement allowed the country to function as democracy. In initial few years, the election conducted in 1951, 1956, 1960 to elect democratic government. The Myanmar military rule are very strong. The army took control over tribals and established their rule. Now let us discuss about military rule in Myanmar. In Myanmar, after independence, tribal faced many problems. They were in very poor conditions. The country required strong institutional support to address and resolve these problems. The army took control of many tribal regions and established its rule. They tried to nationalize the industrial and mineral resources sector and also declared free education and free medical facilities for all the citizens. Many laws were passed to control the powerful landlords and to protect the land and property right of small peasants as well as the interest of sharecroppers. The army tried to gain the confidence of common people by showing them they were working for their welfare. They took over control on natural resources and mines. Myanmar saw no progress and the country became gradually economically impoverished, means आर्थिक रूप से नष्ट. Now poverty forced the peasants to work on the frame. People were evicted from their homes and forced to work as bonded laborers. Child labor was also harshly exploited. Now this army was protested by spreadhead. Spreadhead means here नेतृत्व करना by students. A major protest broke out in 1988, which was brutally suppressed by army. It was during this period that Aung San Suu Kyi launched a movement for political reform in the country. Aung San Suu Kyi is born on 19th June 1945 in Burma. She is a human rights activist, Nobel Peace Prize winner, and the current state councillor of Myanmar. She brought democracy to her country with non-violence. She is a leader of a national league for democracy in Burma and a famous prisoner. She was been on house arrest multiple times. When military rules declared the election in 1990, the National League for the Democracy won 80% of the seats in the election. But the party leaders Aung San Suu Kyi was in jail at that time. So the army did not permit her party to form the government. She was released after the election but kept under house arrest. She was restricted to meet or interact with people. She was not even allowed to attend her husband's funeral or meet her son. Change in Myanmar. Our next topic is change in Myanmar. Many changes took place in Myanmar in 2008. The name of the country was changed from Burma to Myanmar. An election was held on 2010 under the supervision of United Nations. However, Suu Kyi remained under house arrest. She was released only after the election. Her party boycotted the election in protest. The military junta was dissolved and Thein Sein was elected the new president of the country. But the army continued to exercise control behind the screen. Again, in 2011, by election were held to 45 seats and Sao Keys winning 43 seats. This was the beginning of democratic rule in Myanmar. Comparing Libya and Myanmar. This is our latest topic of the last topic of this chapter. We studied about democratic struggles of two nations. They are different in many ways, but there are similarities in aspirations of their people. About welfare measures, Libya fulfilled the fundamental needs of the people. They gave opportunity to improve their living through education and employment. Myanmar also initiated some welfare measures, including land reform laws, but the army exploited the people and country natural resources. So people mired in poverty. Military. Next, we will discuss military power. In both countries, the ruling government had the active backing of the army. They did not allow free, fair elections, and they did not allow the formation of political parties. Even when elections were held, they did not allow to form government to victorious parties. See the topic Myanmar difference from Libya. Myanmar started with a democratic government, but then military took control over government. In Libya, the army took over power after obliging the monarch. People of both the countries. The people of both nations wanted freely elected government. They wanted the freedom of expressions. They wanted the freedom to protest against wrongdoing. They wanted political parties could act independently. Both countries restored to large scale nationalization, which put the brake on balanced development. They were also affected by a large scale corruption. People felt helpless and angry, which strengthened their will to protest against government. In this chapter, we try to understand the struggle for democracy in Libya and Myanmar. In 20th century, many countries in the world began demanding same form of democratic governance. Students, in page number 192, the speech of Aung San Suu Kyi's son is given when she got Nobel Prize for Peace in 1991. She was under house arrest at that time, and her son accepted the prize on her behalf. Once you read by your own. Okay, students, today I have completed this chapter. Thank you so much for your needful cooperation. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.